Judge, I think we're going to talk a little bit about, kind of wrapping up 2024.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you all having me. I appreciate the plant board and them doing this. 2024 is a great year for the Franklin County Fiscal Court, but today I wanted to kind of talk about our planning and zoning. When we get out in the community, people are still thinking that Frankfort isn't growing. We don't have a lot going on, things like that. So I just kind of wanted to come today and kind of review some things that happened last year and maybe some things that are getting ready to happen when spring breaks. So, I hope the community can start getting excited about all the hard work that we've been working on.
Great. So you want to talk a little comprehensive plan?
Yeah, so I can kind of buzz through some things, but the comprehensive plan, these are kind of just some of the highlights here. The comprehensive plan is basically done every 5 years. This year seemed like it was a little up and down. I know it got a lot of publicity. It's finally done. I think in November they approved it. Now they're really going to start working on modernizing and rewriting the zone ordinances and the subdivision regulations. That hasn't been done in a long time. So I'd say over the next 6-8 months, that's what they're going to be focusing on. And I appreciate all the committees that get together and give input. So we need as much input as we can get. Next one would be the Rural Heritage Mixed Use Development. This is a big one. This is one that we spent a lot of time on. I just want to, shout out to Autumn and Ben and Tina and Mary Ann, who are really worked on this, and they looked at other communities, other states. And I'm going to read a little thing here because I can't remember it all. But basically, it's for a mixed-use development that promotes tourism, economic, complements the historic character of the district. So basically, it'd be, if there was a farm that had a mansion on it and they wanted to preserve that, they wanted to do a distillery, they wanted to do an amphitheater. It's kind of a whole thing on its own. So we have not had anybody apply for that yet, but it is in place, and the court has voted on that. SS4 grant was a big thing. So we did a resolution and got a $250,000 grant through the Department of Transportation. And the goal of that is to identify all the roads in Franklin County, and we're hopeful by 2050 that we put things in place so there's no fatalities. That's the goal. So they're just starting that process. We're working with HMB Engineering's. It's a lot of data driven, where the accidents are happening, why they're happening, things like that. And we're also trying to look at some things like we know out Versailles Road towards the interstate and Duncan Road, we have some growth out there. So what can we do to kind of be proactive instead of waiting for accidents and things to happen? So that's an exciting one. We signed a contract with Stantec Engineering. They're basically a consultant, and they map out all the stormwater outfalls. So we're trying to do a better job of controlling where the water goes, especially as, it seems like, I think everybody can agree with me, the storms are getting more severe.
Yeah.
And, every year seems like it gets worse. It's either blizzard, or flooding and things like that, which we've been dealing with. So that will hopefully help with that. Exciting one also is the Shared Use Path TAP grant. So we've been working on that for about a year now. We received the grant. The fiscal court just 2 nights ago voted to start the design portion of that. So basically, I remember it as on Georgetown Road, Ravencrest Apartments. I'm not sure what it's called now. There's a lot of kids and people that walk along Georgetown Road. It's very dangerous. So what we're going to do there is basically put a shared use path from Lakeview Park down the road. We'll cross it there at the BP light and then come down the side of where the apartment complex is. So there's people walking from the apartment complex, from Silver Lake 1, Silver Lake 2. It kind of goes with like safe routes to school and things like that. So that's kind of some quick highlights there, but then I'd like to kind of hit on, and we can talk about anything you all want to, but just the other night we had a ribbon cutting of the Springhill Suites.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say enough good things about Derby City Hospitality. It's a family-run organization, but what's really cool about this one, this is the first energy I'm not going to get this right, but it's first energy efficient project that the fiscal court voted on in Franklin County. So basically they spent about an extra $3 million to make it more energy efficient. And that's
that the lead.
It has to do with that.
Yeah.
So they get special financing and tax breaks and things like that. So they had to spend more money, but I mean, it has to do with the outside envelope, how the elevators work, how the lights are.
Yeah.
But it was about a $3 million investment. So it was really cool. governor's office sent, Rod Adkins, his senior advisor, came the other night,
there,
and it was good because, and I came back and I told our planning and zoning crew that it was really nice that when the owners talked about their experience working with myself, working with Franklin County Planning and Zoning, it was seamless. It went well. Our head building inspector, Greg Owens, was even there. They acknowledged him. And I think that speaks volumes, for somebody who just went through an extensive project like this in Franklin County, just to show that we are making improvements and things are improving as far as planning and zoning. So that's a great new hotel out there on Jet near the interstate there.
Yeah. I like how projects really come together when all of the partners are just locked in.
Yeah.
And they really work together and things get done.
Yeah.
That's how we should be.
It's exciting.
Yeah, we've really increased the amount of rooms available over the past 10 years or so. There's a huge increase.
Oh, yeah. I mean, really, even the last three. I mean, downtown,
true,
just two new hotels, plus the Capitol Plaza just sold, and they're planning a big renovation.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the thought is really, and we've talked about this in great depths, the whole I just don't want to go with the bourbon theme, but that is a big driver in this community.
It is.
But we can hold them here. If you look at Bardstown, they have some cool stuff, but they have no lodging.
Yeah.
And so now we're getting to the point, somebody could come to Frankfort and also go to Anderson County, Woodford County.
Yeah, it's like a hub.
Yeah, but we can truly hold them here, and I think it's exciting. And there's a couple more hotels that are in the works now. So we do have a lot going on. We have some new townhomes being built off Copperleaf. That's over near Hearn there, near Good Shepherd Church. So I think Mr. Haddix is just finished the first 29 units, but I think he already has the building plans and everything to start on phase 2 and 3. So that's exciting. I look at townhomes and I don't think we have enough of those. I think that's a great kind of stepping point for a lot of families that don't want to take care of a yard and things like that, or don't want to live in an apartment. So I'm excited to see more developments like that there. We also have a new Kentucky Ag Credit Union going out over off 127 South. I haven't talked to them much. I know they're building away, and we just appreciate their investment in Franklin County. So that's kind of in between Old Lawrenceburg Road and the interstate there.
Yeah.
Kind of little side road near Lee Brick and Block and all of that. So just another investment.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You with it?
Yeah. I was like, where is that?
Yeah. So that's currently going on, and a lot of people don't know this, but we're getting a new Ford dealership.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been in the works for like
What's going to happen to the one we have?
I'm sure another car dealership will go in there. I don't know because they own it. I know it's TT Frankfort Inc. But it's going to be going right there off Duncan Road. That's one of the near Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
So it's going to be a big one, and I think the reason they want to be on the interstate there is I believe, from what I've heard, they're wanting to do one of those towers.
Oh.
Like the car towers and stuff. Yeah.
Carvana towers.
Not
necessarily that, but
right. Similar, to advertise.
Car elevator towers.
Exactly. So I don't know a lot of details on that. I've talked to their attorneys, and that's what they're looking to do. So we're very appreciative of their expansion.
Okay, just a question.
Yeah.
So when I say the Ford dealership that's there now, will it be the same ownership that's doing this new place?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
No. The ones that
because I got my connection with them. That's where I just bought a new car.
Yeah. No. They've opted to build this new dealership. But I don't know what their plans are for the old one.
Okay.
I mean, potentially they could leave it a Ford used car down.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Or they might just sell it. I mean, so I don't know those details.
Okay. Well,
it's not like they're getting
exciting.
competition.
Yeah. Okay. That's what. Yeah.
Yep. Next one is, and we thought we were going to break ground on this one last fall, but I guess this weather laid in. So this is going to be residents at Elkhorn 460. So if you all know where Lakeview Park is, across the street is a Shell station.
Yeah,
and
it's a great Shell station.
It is a great Shell. Ruse that owns it is a great guy. Yeah, I love that Shell station.
It's very clean and has everything you need.
Absolutely. But that whole, it's going to be basically behind that, running parallel with Georgetown Road.
Yeah.
So that's, Dave Haba is going to be building those. So excited to get those started. I believe those are going to, once this weather breaks out of wintertime, that is getting ready to start. Next one I believe we have on here, and this is another one that I thought was going to start last fall, but they're just waiting for the weather to break, is going to be 22 Oaks. and that is out on Leestown Road. It's going to be high-end apartments with amenities. So I believe the easiest way to think about where it is go out 421 like you're going Lexington.
Yep.
And it's after Governor's Place.
Okay.
On the left-hand side there, there's a huge hill.
Before you get to Springhurst or whatever that is.
Springhill Estates, before that.
Before that. Okay.
Yep.
Behind Clark's Pump and Shop. And
Yeah, on past there.
Okay,
But,
okay.
I think they'll be able to get to that, walking path
Yeah.
and things like that. So I think it's gonna serve a huge need there because, one of the things, pre-COVID, we did a housing study, and they said we needed like 2,500 homes, residents, whatever you want to say. The KHC, the Kentucky Housing Corporation, just did an independent study, made a presentation at the plant board.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us, the Together Frankfort, use
Sure,
that
absolutely.
room.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting. So she came and gave a presentation, and we're about 4,500 residents short.
Okay.
But she broke it down to to rentals, for sale, but it was like how many high-end homes we need, how many custom homes, how many middle class we need, how many affordable housing we need. So it was a very, very good study. So that's encouraging. So before this administration, 50 a year is what we average. We're at about 863 right now.
Okay.
Plus all the commercial stuff we have going on. We have the Super Target. Things like that. So that's exciting. The one I don't have in here, but I will talk about a little bit, that was approved, was the Cardwell Lane subdivision. That's another high-end, apartment complex there. That's 200 and change. I can't remember because they started at the 400. The neighbors didn't like that 440. They brought it down to low density,
Right.
and then that passed. So I think that's around 253.
So, okay, Cardwell Lane.
Yep.
It goes a while. So what part of Cardwell Lane are we talking
It's right there at the roundabout.
Oh, okay.
Basically,
Okay.
So there used to be for I think generations there was a mobile home park there, and
okay.
they bought that. So they're going to actually, I think the way the owner was talking about, just for safety reasons, they're not going to let people turn in on Cardwell Lane. He went ahead and bought a piece of property in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
After the turnabout,
Yeah.
that will be, so it takes a little bit of pressure off Cardwell Lane.
Okay.
So,
Right. Because I knew that was a concern.
yeah, that was a big concern. And he said, you know what, I'll buy this other piece of
Yeah.
land. We won't let people come in on Cardwell.
Yeah.
They'll come in basically on a private cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And we should be fine.
Okay.
And then
Addressed.
And then the next one, this is really exciting. This is Nitto. This is one of the biggest job announcements we've had in decades in Franklin County. So they are at 220 jobs. They've kind of consolidated from a couple other states. They had a couple places in Lexington. So we're very fortunate to get them off of Duncan Road. I know they are already talking to the builder and owner about another facility. Right now they're in 150,000 square feet. I believe they're wanting another 75,000 square feet.
That's big.
And they hope to be at 300 jobs within the next year.
Yeah.
So
Did you say this is Nitto?
it's Nitto. Yeah, what are you waiting for that one, aren't you? Yeah. So, but no, I just, I want people to understand that we have really focused on making our planning and zoning better. We have 2 building inspectors now, Greg, and it's actually the Greg and Greg show.
Hey.
Do an amazing job. Marty and Sonny are doing electrical inspections. Mary Ann's in the office, and then we have, Autumn's our new director, Ben's our assistant director, and then Tina's our planner. But they're doing a phenomenal job, and I just can't thank them enough. But I just hope people can understand that we are trying to grow smart. We are looking at infill. It's always a hot topic. We're looking at some things in Industrial Park right now. There's a lot of areas back there that are zoned professional office, and I think everybody knows post-COVID, there's not a lot of people taking office space. So
Right.
we're kind of looking and talking about what can we do.
What can be done
Yeah,
there.
what can be
Yeah.
done? Can we change
Let's
the
use
zoning?
the area that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Instead of just wasting it. Yeah.
So that's kind of where we are right now. But yeah, I look forward to coming back, and we have a lot going on. We are getting ready to have some big announcements in the county.
Like that.
I can't tell.
Tell us
We're
all
right
about
there.
it.
We're right there. By next month, I should probably be able to have
Okay.
one of them. So
Exciting stuff.
We'll have you back.
It's things we've been working on for many years. So that's
Okay.
going to change Franklin County for generations to come.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's bold.
It's big.
That's a bold
It is bold.
statement.
Hey,
We like that.
Hey.
We make sure we hear it here first.
that's exactly right. So, any questions for me or anybody else?
I think that's it. It sounds like the fiscal court is busy.
Yeah.
You all are staying on top of it. And like you said, lots of things, lots of growth happening.
Yeah.
Well, and I want to second your praise of planning and zoning, because that is such an important role.
Yeah.
Because not only, you have to do the planning, you have to be smart about how you do it. You're going to make decisions that people don't like, and there's always, some kind of controversy, and you just have to make the tough decisions and move forward knowing what's best for the community. So I appreciate people who step up to take on those roles.
But what's interesting? So I think years ago you had the old thought, just do it and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And that never goes well.
No.
And so on these last two projects, like the building that Tierney, and that was a very controversial thing.
Yeah.
Things I think were smoothed out. But once he asked us to come out there, so myself, Greg Owens, the building inspector, before they even started, and they said, this is what we're planning. What are we missing? What are we not doing? And I think that makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the hotel there, they said the same thing.
Yeah.
So I think if people come in, they're open, they say, this is what we're going to do. What are we missing? What do we need?
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
Again.
We get into problems when people just start on something and then come in. That's where it goes sideways.
Again, it's about working together.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Communicating. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Judge, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Great to hear all the updates.
Absolutely.